I'm Paul Dawson from the Bonye People's Aboriginal Corporation. Bonye People's Aboriginal Corporation, or BPAC, we're engaging community around for many years about how traditional custodians wanted to see the management of the mountain play out. One of the key things was about having the space for knowledge sharing, so where elders and young people could re-engage with country, re-engage with their communities, and share the stories of this really important place. So some of the issues we found with that were based on, the tenure. It's mainly, majority of Bunya Mountains is national park, which is good for protections, but also has restrictions on how community can engage in a self-determined way, if you like, for and have control over how they wanted to meet and wanted to share story of place. So based on a lot of this feedback from community, we came the opportunity to invest in a space here in Russell Park, which is managed by the Western Downs Regional Council, to create a space for that sharing of knowledge and learning. So the concept evolved a lot from talks with many people, including Ben. Actually, I think the idea of a bush uni came from some of the interactions Ben had over in WA and what some of the Noongar were developing over there. And BPAC thought that it was really a great application to build a bush uni over here. And the concept of that being an on-country learning place, and the other, like as far as the development of the space goes, was to build in some of that interpretation and story in a creative way through these sculptural elements you'll find on the site. So the why the bush uni was in listening to community wanting a space to share, and a space where we didn't have to go through big approvals process to be able to get community here to achieve those outcomes. And I think, there's the options for continuing that creative development of the space, but I think we've got amazing sculptures here now that help tell story but really immerse people into those sculptures as well, which is really important. Rather than, I think it's an amazing place for people to be able to come and do self-guided tours, but it really lends itself to being here with people to tell story through the sculptures and through the art. So we've had a few events here since the development, so we can fit a good few hundred people in the space, and we've had local dance groups dancing and people sharing story with the men's and women's circles there. There's been, family groups coming to share their own family stories. We've had weaving workshops. We've had men's circles, as well as bigger launch events where, a lot of people can come and engage with the place. Our engagement with communities, it always comes up, the need for our young people to be hearing the stories from the elders and immersing back on country, especially with a huge range of pressures and issues young people face in, rural and urban environments in particular, in the towns and the cities. So we are partnering now with organisations that specialise in working with young people and connecting them not just with our rangers but with elders. So we're hoping to initiate a junior ranger program where the focus is not on formal ranger training and qualifications and certificates, but actually being present on country with elders in safe space where that reconnecting can happen in a proper way, and it's it's removed from a lot of the pressures that are barriers for young people to sort of grow and take leadership roles in, how we can continue to look after country in a better way. So that's the aim. I can't say we haven't really got the runs on the board yet because we're just initiating these relationships to do it. But the bits and pieces we've done with some of the school groups and alternative Indigenous schools has been really positive. So it's about now structuring that into broader programs where there's some consistency in being able to be immersed on country with elders. So that's the goal.